You know what's funny? You realize that we were still connected. We were still connected.
Connected on what?
Facebook Messenger.
That's where the echo coming from.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. I looked down. I was like, "Wait a minute, we're still on the call."
Now the volume kind of left. Like my volume's all the way up. I can barely hear you.
I'm gonna say I just had to turn mine back up.
Oh. Let me tell you what. Let me do this.
Oh, Snippy freezes. You can see if she wants any. I'm good. Well, okay. Well, looks like Snoopy's having a little bit of technical issues right now. Anyways, this live stream is basically, I guess, how me and Snoopy met. We was talking about it one day on my way to work. That kind of wondering if some people think that we are two different channels, and it's really one. Um, I'm KYG Adventures due to I am in Kentucky and I do my adventures here, and of course, other places, but mainly here. And Snoopy, he's in the Ozarks, and he's he's basically titled as KYG Ozark. So we're one main channel.
Okay, so you're talking right now. You're not answering questions.
Yeah, I was just talking. You froze up and then disappeared. Yeah. And I was like, I'll just go ahead and start.
Well, hello everybody. Your other host, Snoopy. Yeah, we just wanted to clarify some things with the channel because we felt like that some of the viewers might not comprehend what was going on, because in some videos it looks like there's two different hosts. So I am your Over the Ozarks host, Snoopy, and got KYG over here over in Kentucky. So we do our own, and then we've got some what do you call it? Like crossover episodes, I like to call it.
Or collaboration.
Collaboration, crossovers. Yeah. So yeah, just trying to keep up with what's what and help our viewers out. So I'm waiting for your feedback there. I got to go off of you. So, I mean, do you want to go through the whole like history and all that stuff, or?
So I thought about it, and I don't know how far back you really want to go with that.
StarCraft, Diablo.
I mean, you're right. I mean, um, we basically, not to sound, uh, it kind of sounds a little bit awkward saying this, but it's like we met online.
Yeah, right. I know, right? No, it was not in a date chat. No, a buddy of mine had got me into StarCraft and Diablo, like the original Diablo 2 and StarCraft Brood Wars. And so I'm like playing a game, and I think it was Diablo. And this guy comes up, I'm like, "Hey man, you got this or this?" Or, he's like, "Oh yeah, here you go." And were you in a clan? I'm like, "A clan? Like, no, I didn't know. I don't understand clan on Diablo. How do you do that?" And then the next thing I know, I'm running with him and, like, I don't know, it was like 7 or 8 others, and just been like brothers ever since. So, and that, of course, that leads up to, yeah, we're gonna move to Arkansas. Give me about maybe 6 months. A week later, give me about 3 months. A week later, give me about 3 weeks. A week later, hey, what are you doing? Can you come get me? I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
an interesting fun time.
That was a that was a situation that just escalated pretty quickly, and it was just like,
But I was still there for you. I mean,
yeah.
I still can't get over your reaction. I really didn't think you were coming. I
Oh,
thought you were just taking pictures off the internet. I really didn't think you.
I still can't get the reaction when I met up with you. I was like, "Damn, he's shorter than I thought."
Just for audience's sake, I come in at 5'6". So I don't say I'm short. I've met shorter people, but yeah. Uh,
Yeah, it was just funny because I don't know. I just thought you was a little bit taller. I guess I don't even know what I was imagining. And
well, I mean, when you're sitting there gaming and you got Skype up and we're chatting, like, in front of the screen, you can never tell.
right, right.
But and just for the other clarification, so from where I live to where he lives is like 896 miles.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, that was yeah, in a truck that took like $500 worth of gas one way and only three coming back pulling a load. Explain that one.
Yeah. Uh, but now you drive a car up here, or
Oh yeah.
and you drove your
Well, I
motorcycle.
would say the bike. I would say the bike. No, dude, that was the most epic bike ride ever. Um, and luckily my car gets the same amount of gas mileage as my motorcycle. So, and so does the new SUV. It actually gets better.
Yeah, that's insane that your mom's SUV
Dude,
is
I can't believe that. She
much.
went. She told me this last trip she took to Mississippi, she filled up here, drove all the way down there, and did not get gas in that thing until the next day. And it's like 500 miles.
Yeah, that's insane.
But so okay. Um anyway, I was hoping there was going to be people in here for questions.
We have one viewer right now, is what it says. Oh, um, I was hoping that. Oh, I think it's because it's not activating due to no one's typing anything. Uh, yeah. Let me share that real quick. I know I was forgetting something.
I'm going to check something real quick, so I might blip off for a second.
I think it's strange that like all the showing abilities, but you can't put it on like Instagram, TikTok. Like it has to be totally separate. What's up, Grand Up County Paranormal Society? I kind of had a feeling it might be you.
Hey. Well, our attempt was to make a pinned video for newcomers on the channel because KY here brought up the point, if how the YouTube channel just brings up random picture or random videos. So it's like somebody will be watching one time, and then all of a sudden there's a different host on the next video. So we wanted to kind of do an introduction for newcomers, and so they could understand it's basically like Over the Ozarks is like another chapter of KYG Ghost. So
Right, but it's not only just for newcomers. I mean,
well,
we've
no, I mean mainly. So mainly, but I'm sure there's other subscribers that have been with us that don't know. Probably, maybe, I don't know.
either that or they forgot.
Yeah,
Because I mean, I know it's been like a year since we actually mentioned, hey, we also have a side, partner that's going to be a uh, co-host with us from Ozark and all that. But like, who goes back now to like the first few videos
yeah, yeah.
and watch them?
Dropping shit,
I
stuff,
mean,
stuff,
just like
stuff.
most people, they see a video and they're like, "Oh, I want to watch it," and then they're like, "Oh, I like it." But do you really go back to the beginning? Do you go to their page? Do you go to the first video? Do you just click on the next one that shows up? And usually, about maybe 80% of the time, it's going to be, "Oh, click on the next video. I want to watch more." Okay. Question number one. I do have a question. Out of KY and Arkansas, what state have you all had the most activity in investigation? Um, I
I
already
would,
know your
I
answer.
would say Kentucky. I if I had to pick, I would say Kentucky. I mean, I ain't even gonna lie. So when this guy decided to bring me in, like I go up to visit him, and then he tells me that he got into ghost hunting. Well, I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I had already experienced um, Crescent Hotel way before he ever decided to get into ghost hunting, and this was broad daylight, and I had the two kids that run the hallways like actually flip my hat off and carry it all the way down 3 flights of stairs. So when he told me that, I was like, "Oh, we're getting in on this." So he takes me to like 3 places that he's already been to, and it was just like, I swear, we can go anywhere in Kentucky. He could take me anywhere, and there's activity. Down here in Arkansas, it's like hit or miss. Um, we did get some activity on Raider Bridge. down here in Arkansas, we got some activity on the uh, swinging bridge just below my house. Um, I was slightly disappointed in Rush Mining District. I was really disappointed in that. Um, where was that? We went to the ghost town inside the town. KY.
Yeah, I was reading
Oh,
his
oh.
comment.
Um,
He's posted a few things,
I don't
and
have that part brought up. I have a tendency to look at the screen.
yeah, you're good. He was just reading. Well, he was just writing. Like he said, Kentucky is nuts. We have Revolutionary War, French and Indian War, and Civil War. Uh, and Revolution War, we wasn't Kentucky, we was Virginia, but good grief, that stuff that happened here. And then he put,
Right.
yeah, that I can say is true. Almost every case we've done, we've had great stuff. So um, my thing is I don't know if how far Greenup County Paranormal investigates. I know from my knowledge from the videos that I've seen, it's partially been here, just like us in Kentucky, and he's agreeing to, uh, yeah, Kentucky. You pretty much anywhere you can go, you're going to get some kind of evidence or activity, and of course like I'll also answer that question out of the two that you asked is I do agree that Kentucky has more activity than Arkansas. Again, I'm saying that doesn't mean that there isn't any, but also I know we haven't really. I mean, Snoopy, you know more of how the size of Arkansas
Yeah.
that we haven't really covered that much of Arkansas, in my opinion.
No,
To
no. We have there's a lot to Arkansas. We've all like I mean, dude, we've went to like four different states, and the few times that I've been up there with you, and we've only had like, well, let's see, I had like three parts of Rush, um, and then we did our joint investigation when you came down. That was the ghost town in the town, and then the Raider
which
Bridge.
I still think there's activity, but we have to go at night time for that one.
Yeah, yeah, I'm kind of feeling you on that one. Um, there's the one that I was really in hopes for was the Arkansas State Tuberculosis Sanatorium. Um, if I don't know if you've seen that trailer or not, but I put up a teaser trailer because I wasn't allowed to do the investigation because COVID. Um, but they actually bring in, you can actually go and they'll do you a overnight walkthrough. The guy that does the night security, he's into the ghost hunt stuff, and they've had several crews come through and they have dubbed it as haunted. I did have the opportunity to speak to the day shift security and got to sit with her in the office, and the building that she's in is like over 100 yards away from the haunted sanatorium, and she swears that even during the day there'd be nobody in there but her, and you can hear what sounds like kids running around upstairs pushing the like the rolly chairs, playing with the rolly chairs. But due to the fact that the other half of the property is currently operating as um, a medical facility and they have patients there, um, the COVID restrictions says that they can't have any outside visitors other than like family related. So I need to do a follow up on that. I've been trying to get a hold of them. I can't seem to get anybody on the phone. So the only way I'm gonna have to follow up on it is drive 3 hours south. And see, that's another big part of like Arkansas is like I've got like I'm in the middle of the Ozarks, like the mountains. So um, I've got like maybe an hour and a half radius that has like a lot of stuff, but it's just getting to it. A lot of stuff is offbeat, off the path, and of course, right now I'm still in 10-hour shifts, and then I've got my kiddo full time, so it's kind of hard to plan for extended outings like that. Um, but I do feel like there is a lot of stuff further south, like maybe once you get past Conway, that's about 2 hours south. Once you hit the Delta, that's the lower half of Arkansas where the Delta is. There is a lot of Civil War type stuff down that way. Um, and then especially I really like to find something on the Mississippi River, either the Arkansas River, because that was, they traveled up through there a lot and stuff. So it's just Arkansas is big.
I said, I mean, without really exploring all or majority of Arkansas, um, I mean, we really can't choose which one. But from like our videos, the places that we've been, in both places, yes, Kentucky is of course the most active out of the spots that we've been. Um, could it be equal? I'm sure it could. We just have to find the right spots in Arkansas and actually travel through that. I mean, our first day, I mean, either one of us, if he comes up here, I go down there. First day, it's more of a, relax. You don't want to do nothing. I mean, 12 hours one way,
Oh man.
you really don't want to really do
Dude,
anything.
I don't know. Can I say this? I think your GPS has gaydar because you
Really?
always
I
get
don't know why
shot
it
down
keeps
through.
giving me the wrong way instead of the
It
straight
it always takes you through
Paducah.
Tolupa, Paducah. Dude, it is a straight shot. 64, St. Louis, 65, Harrison. And I don't know how in the world his GPS every time will take him on these 2-lane roads. It's like the old school highways, and he's got to do like 50, 55 miles an hour. And I'm like, oh man, he just comes up to, I don't know. I don't get it.
Morning. Sleepyhead. Uh, that would be wonderful. Um, like I said when I messaged you yesterday, uh, I think I messaged him last. It was either last Wednesday or last Thursday. He messaged me back, and then I haven't heard nothing since. So that's why I messaged you. If you knew anything or any other way I could get a hold of him. Um, but if possible, that would be nice. Um, I know the whole Halloween thing, and apparently from the page, I guess they do a maze. I don't. It looks like they do more than just a haunted house. So I don't know if they're in between events or doing different events. So that would be nice. I shared your channel on our page and it hit me. Thank you.
I have a question.
And I don't have an answer.
Do you have any plans today
No, I got work.
besides work?
No. I would say, I guess, man, I was hoping, I'm with you. I was kind of hoping a little bit more, people would come in.
Well, it is a Sunday, so
Yeah, but I also checked and there's other people that's live too.
oh,
Um, well, my question to you, which location that we have been to has been your favorite experience in ghost hunting so far, sir?
Man, I'm probably gonna have to now. Raider Bridge was cool because that I never thought that I would actually catch um like actual manifestation of anything like orbs. I mean, orbs are orbs, but to see what we saw in that video, like it looked like literally like a spirit coming out of the ground
Yeah,
and then moving
that was
around, and
that
it was
was
like
intense.
moving around like it was watching us. And then it like hopped from like your backpack to my case, and just like it was just sitting there watching, like, okay, what are you guys doing? And I mean, we tried debunking that. I mean, there was no way that was some kind of an insect. I mean, there's no way. I mean, what in the world? Um, Sorry, neighbors. Anyway, uh, with that being said, I hope she's not talking to me. Sorry, I thought my neighbors were talking to me. Anyway, uh, now I will say that the cemetery, like the cemetery, I don't remember the name of the cemetery, but I just call it the cemetery. That place scared the living crap out of me. Like
All
I've
right,
never.
all right. I want to say this. You just mentioned that. That goes along with the question that has been asked. The question is for both of us. What
Okay.
is the scariest experience you've had in the paranormal? And the funny thing is that me and you both, at least you was about to start, and that's the first thing that came to mind. That cemetery, Cop Creek. I know exactly which
I
cemetery.
want to go back. I want to go back.
So go ahead and continue your
All right,
Cop, Cop Creek
I'll let
Cemetery,
him pick
sir.
up on the. I'll let him carry on with the. Cause see, I've got something to go along. Cause about the time that he saw like the 7 foot, I'm gonna say demon, because at the time the voice box said the word demon, and then within just milliseconds of that, you see this giant shadow cross in front of us. I mean, it encompassed like the entirety of the screen, and it covered like up to about 6 or 8 foot back over crossing the tombstones. I mean, it was just nuts. But anyway, my favorite, I'm gonna say my favorite is the maintenance tunnel. To
Yes.
hear audibly a woman's voice, and she is talking to you and answering you. And that was actually my first, I think that was like the first hunt period that I'd ever actually went on. Because we did that one, and then the next day we did the 3 cemeteries or 2 cemeteries. But anyway, we get down to this tunnel, and it's dead end on both ends. There is nobody in there. One end, the right side was blocked up by a brick wall. It was flooded on the other side. The other end was literally just a dead end. Yes, there was high voltage conduits and stuff running through. So we did an EMF check to check like the range on how it would react on the EMF to make sure that we weren't picking up um,
False readings.
false readings. And so KY here does the introduction. We had 2 cameras rolling. Or no, I think I just had my phone at that time.
Yeah, you only
Yeah,
had
I
a
just had my
you
phone.
didn't have
I just had my phone at that time. So we're walking around, and he does his introductions, and nothing, like no response, no nothing. And about that time, it's a couple minutes later, about that time, all of us hear this woman's voice go, "Who is he?" And I'm like, whoa, the heck? Well, I start backing up towards the door. I'm like backing up towards the steps. I'm like, dude, did you really just hear that? Did I just really hear that? He's like, yeah. And so KY goes on and says, oh, this is my friend from Ozark. I told him about your story. He wanted to come down and check it out. And I'm like, so is it okay if I take a picture of you? And immediately she responded, you already have. And I'm like, what? I mean, it was just, I don't know, it was just mind blowing. Mind blowing.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no spirit box whatsoever. No necrophonics.
I mean, it was legitimately real EVPs that, like, granted, you can tell I did what, a 4-part video on that.
Yeah, he did several.
And you can tell in the first part, we didn't hear anything. We just wanted to, do a little video, take an EMF and like see if there was anything down there. And we wasn't expecting any like actual EVPs that wasn't coming from
that's just
recording
it.
or
Like,
anything like that.
see, to me, an EVP is where you pick it up on the mic, but you don't hear it with your ears because the mics are more sensitive. And like all the EVPs that I've ever heard, you don't hardly ever hear it through your own ears. It's
Right.
through the mic, through a headset, because it's the electronics that amplify. This was no equipment whatsoever. This was like a person standing in front of us. Oh, who is he? Oh, yeah, you already took a picture of me. And I'm like, we had no earphones, no nothing. I mean, that's what blew my mind. Because
Oh, yeah.
any ghost story or any ghost show that I've ever watched, the only time you hear the EVPs is over the equipment.
Right, correct. Well, that's
And
why I was starting
yeah.
out with
Oh, okay. My
yeah.
bad. I didn't mean to step on
You're
you there.
jumping ahead of me, sir.
Didn't mean to step on you.
But in part one, like I said, like we wasn't really thinking we was gonna get much because one, I didn't have any toys. Two, I had the spirit box on my phone, the Necrophonics app, and like at that time we was just like, let's just take a video and walk through there. We didn't know how big the place was. We just knew it was underground, and a lot of folks don't know about the AVP because shows don't mention it. Oh, okay. So we just filmed it. We was just talking. We was talking like someone was actually there. See if any response, any noises. Again, I can't say the name of this place, and about the next 2 years it'll be completely gone. It'll be completely demolished, and I might be able to release the name then, if I even decide to. Just only because, uh, really, I don't know if I will get in trouble for mentioning the name, and I really don't want to test that out. you know, but anyways, so
Let's
we
just
go
say
back.
perks of the job.
Right, definitely perks of a job. So me and the girl that I was with at that time, we went back and I had my laptop plugged in the camera. We went through the footage. We're going through the footage, and next note you hear a woman's voice, and we're like, "Wait a minute!" We go ahead and we increase the sound, and uh, we're replaying it, and we're making out like these words, and we're listening to it. Now there's a guy's voice, and we don't know, who they are or anything, and we're just like, okay, now we're hearing two voices, and we just decided let's go ahead and let's go, a second time. And let's announce that we know that, there are spirits down here. We know that there are. We heard them, etc. So we make a second video, and we go down. No spirit box, no nothing. Just the camera rolling. And we go down there and we miss her. Like, hey, we went over the footage. We know there's spirits down here. You guys were talking to us. Um, can you please tell us what your names are, and how long you've been down here, the basic questions, trying to get response. And we went back, and hooked up everything to the computer again and found out woman's name was Harriet, I believe, if I remember right. And the guy's name was Michael. And like we don't know if they were a couple, friends, but it was them two, and they bickered. And Michael talked a lot, like he was talking to Harriet, and like it was almost like a full blown conversation. So after that,
Now,
Snoopy came.
was that? I don't mean to interrupt, but was that over the necrophonics, or was that just audible?
No, that was just audible.
Oh, okay, okay.
We didn't use the necrophonics till you came down, which I think that was the third or fourth video that we actually used the necrophonics to see if we can get anything out of it.
Oh, okay.
But I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't like we used the necrophonics the whole time. It was just
Right.
see if they would use it to make everything more clearly. But like there was walking on the other end. Um, every time we tried to talk, there was a bang, like someone threw something when we was down there. And Jason, I mean, Snippy was just like talking, to the spirits, and like you can hear like a a word really quickly, but that's only from my end. Like I can hear something responding, but yet Snoopy is the one that can understand because that's who they were talking to. And
See,
it was insane.
and what I found interesting was like because of the fact that they had been there before, it was almost like the tone in her voice was like she knew KY, and like she was like she was comfortable with them being there. And it was like whenever I came in, he made the comment, "Well, that's weird. Usually we've heard something by now." And then that was when she made the comment, "Who is he?" And you could hear it in her voice like she was on the defense, like, "I don't know this person. Why are you here?" And then and so yeah, it just total mind blown. I mean, total mind blown.
Grid Up County Paranormal says, "You guys are reading my mind today." Because we was just talking, and he asked, he goes, "Have you ever had two spirits argue or threaten each other?" And like, I didn't even see
Oh
that
yeah.
till after we just got done. And he goes, "Okay, that answers my first part."
Now I'll tell you another one. Uh, I wish I'd have had more time to go through the video and actually put in the subtitles, but the train tunnel that I did down here near Fayetteville, and I was discussing with KY, because it's not the first time I've heard this. Now this was over necrophonics, but they were kind of in the tunnel, in that train tunnel. They were kind of doing that, like they were bickering, but they weren't bickering amongst themselves. It was more like it was kind of sketchy because after I watched the playback, it was almost like they were debating on what to do because one was saying, "Why is he my girl the girl that was running the camera for me made the comment, why is he with her?" And then like they come off on her like she was just the worst thing in the world. And then you hear him make the comment, do you wish to die? And I made the comment, no, not particularly. And then you hear another one go, no, don't mess with him. He's a saint. Why is he with her? And they lit into some harsh words against her, and I didn't even catch it during. It was only after the fact, and I'm like, and that's what I was talking to KY about because it's like, and that's not the first time I've heard them call me a quote unquote saint over the necrophonics. So we're discussing, it's like, can they pick up our vibe? Do they read our soul? Can they, it was just weird, like weird. I haven't been back to that tunnel. I don't know if I should or not, but
Well, maybe do it. Well, I say maybe do it alone and see what happens. But
see, that was my thought.
I would say like what's crazy is that I've never experienced it to where you do a spirit box session and you're doing what you normally do in any investigation, but never to where it flips towards a person that's with us. And then when you was telling me about that that video and we was discussing it, then next thing I know, I got to see it on the swinging bridge, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like I've never seen it where someone was singled out for I don't know. If,
Okay.
yeah,
Betty.
Betty. Yeah,
Yes, that was. I almost forgot about all that. Um, that was, yeah. Like it was almost like they were comfortable around me. You
hey Ron.
was it? I can't
It,
remember.
it
Was
was
it
me,
Gabby?
you, and Gabby. Yep.
Okay, yeah. It was like they were comfortable around me, you, and Gabby. But then when Betty was one of my friends, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll go on a hunt with you." But it was like there was something about her that they really just didn't like.
No, no, it was crazy because it was like it was all normal, and like we first like when we first started, like we was getting EMF readings, spikes now and then, but we couldn't catch it. We couldn't catch it on camera, but we would see it ourselves. And so, like in the video, of course, that I did in highlight part two, uh, I believe the swinging bridge is in that one. It's in that one or the final one, but I believe it's in the second one. Uh, if you've seen it, like the first part, it was us setting up, talking about an EMF spike, and then I put up a screen that says, 30 to 45 minutes later. Well, that's because we didn't get nothing. There was no activity. There was everything that we was doing while setting up. There was nothing. So there was no point of putting that in the video. So I just skipped ahead to where we was getting that, the most activity. And as we were doing our spirit box or the necrophonics, it literally said Betty's name, and it was not like a normal necrophonic session that when you talk it'll say your name over and over and over, and then it's something else. No, it was her name and the reason why they didn't want her there, and then Snoopy uses his dowsing rods while they're talking about her, and his dowsing rods literally turns and points right at her. And we're like, okay, this is
Now,
legit,
now,
insane.
yeah. Now let me add to the dowsing rods. Um, I'm old school. My grandpa used to have a digging service, and if the electric and water company did not, uh,
No,
he would always check the electric company and the water company's marker lines with a dowsing rod to make sure, because then things aren't always accurate. And I've seen it even on the water department. You actually have to break out dowsing rod to locate a leak or a water line, because a lot of times it's going to be like 5 to 10 feet off. A dowsing rod, a single dowsing rod, or even both dowsing rods will pick up flow of anything. It'll pick up flow of water. It'll pick up flow of underground electric wires. It'll pick up flow of overhead wires. The swinging bridge is over a moving creek. And I mean a moving creek. So when I'm walking on the bridge with it,
hey,
it's
Christy.
literally pointed the flow of the creek. And these spirits actually moved it. It was parallel, or not it was horizontal, going against the grain of the river, pointing towards Betty, and even moved it into and against the flow of the river, which really freaked me out.
Yes, water is for sure a portal. Justy just
Yeah,
commented.
yeah, yeah. We knew that too, though.
But I mean, from the experience of that, like I'd never really thought it would have been possible. I have I have never really thought that it could talk about a single person in that way. As in, like GC said, spirits are jerks. That
Yes,
definitely
son?
definitely shows you how much of a jerk they are. But it also gets you thinking, like Snoopy said, like
Hold that.
can they tell?
Yeah,
Can
you're
they
doing
tell your aurora? Can they can they sense that? Because I mean, it really does. It gets you thinking. Uh, maybe there was more that they knew that we didn't, and they were going ahead and they're expressing it straight out in front of all of us, like it was like taunting her and being like telling how crazy she was and how unfaithful and that she doesn't belong to be with anyone that had a good heart, stuff like that. It's really insane. um I kind of want to go back to the previous question of the scariest place. I have mentioned this in my live a year ago. It was either before or after the Cop Creek. The scariest place, honestly, the scariest place is probably now the Ghost Bridge. But as in an experience, a real live experience that I can express, it's really two. There's actually two of them. Cop Creek. I was a skeptic at first, and I'm like, hey, let's go out and let's do this and see what happens. I just did it just to have fun, and we went to Cop Creek, and we was on there. There's two levels. You got a top hill and you got a bottom hill. Well, we decided let's start at the top hill, and
Yeah, that's
we
where the
was up
old stuff
there.
was.
Right. We was up there and we did a necrophonics, and they kept telling us leave, get out. That they didn't want us. Like you can the tone that was getting like we was uninvited. Let's just say that. And I believe I was looking at a gravestone, looking at the headstone, and I was reading it. And thank you, Justy. Thanks for subbing. So I was crouched down, and something in the corner of my eye, like it feels like it appeared for a good solid minute. And like I looked over, and I will always swear by this that it looked like this guy. I mean, you gotta know he might have not been 7 foot because I remember I was crouched down, and I remember looking up, going like this, and it was a white figure, solid white figure, with a drenched coat, a top cap, and I can't tell you if he was looking at me, looking straight. I didn't get to see the face. I can just barely make it out. Close that, because thank you.
Appreciate
And
it, Justin.
and I'm telling you, like I've never experienced that, and it scared the living crap out of me because I wasn't expecting to actually see an apparition. Again, don't know if he was good or evil, but I tell you that right there made me into a true believer. You know, seeing that actually in person. And after that, we went down. We went down to the bottom half, and we continued, our investigation because we didn't want to end the night.
Well,
And we
see,
was like,
the other part of that though was when you was talking about like you had just seen that. That was the same time where I was looking through my camera at that tombstone and on the ground, and I asked Nikki, "Am I seeing this, or is it just my eyes, or what?" Because in the camera, the leaves looked blood red, but to the naked eye, they were just like brown, like not even brown, like a gray. And I had her verify that.
see that.
And that right there, just I mean, it wasn't just like autumn red. No, I'm talking like blood red.
I mean, it was. I say it was being our first actual, our first actual experience investigation. And we went to. Me and Nikki did go to a cemetery, and I didn't have any. I didn't
Yeah.
have any gear. I only had a phone, and it was Fuller Cemetery. It's the very first video, and
Sandwich.
I think I even had the necrophonics at that time, and like I'm pretty sure it's a pretty short video, and of course it was during the day, and so for our actual real experience was the Cop Creek. Now, the second scariest experience that I've had was again a place. What do you want? Go. Comes over here and be like, I want some lovin's. But was of course, like I said, the place that I can announce.
Parks the job.
Perks of a job. What are you doing? You're gonna pull it out the wall. It doesn't go no farther than that. But
Uh-oh. I can't stray too far from the Wi-Fi.
Okay. There, it's plugged in. All right, so we did. I mean, this place is huge. It is. I mean, it's almost like 3 football fields big, and
I thought it was bigger than that, property
it's
wise.
probably is bigger than that. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
scale it in some kind of way. But there's multiple places, definitely multiple places that we actually did a video on, and okay. I'm gonna end. I'll continue real quick, and then Justy, I will answer you after that. I will actually going to put this up here so that it will remind me that you have asked that. So we're doing a video, and of course, most videos that I have, my daughter, I cut out. And yes, I do hear her voice in the background most of the time, and I do cut it out so that no one gets fooled by, hey, I just heard a little girl's voice, blah blah blah, and you don't see no one. Well, that's because I cut her out for multiple reasons. Let's just say that. And now I don't, because of, of course, multiple reasons has already been disclosed and all that. So now I don't mind her being in the videos, but she's always been um, sort of in it at the beginning. Now she's more into it. So then back then, when it was me, my daughter, and Nikki, and we did a video, um, I wish I got it on film at this point, but at that point, you don't even think about it. But at that time, when we did the video, my daughter forgot her protection. So before we started, Nikki went ahead and gave her her necklace and stuff so that she would be protected. Nothing's going to happen to my daughter, you know. And we started our whole investigation. We did what we wanted to do. We was in it. And during this investigation of the spirit box, we're there and we're talking, and my daughter says something, and I look back and I see Nikki standing there, and like I can see that she's getting white as a ghost, and I'm just like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay." So like I kept going, and like I didn't hear nothing for a while, and I looked, and she's just standing there like a statue, and it clicked. It finally clicked that she got possessed, and she was just a freaking stonewall statue, just looking like it's looking at you and like into your soul. And like I kept saying, like, "Are you all right? All right?" And it became non-responsive. I wasn't hearing nothing, and I hurried up. I ended everything. I grabbed onto her and I threw her in the freaking truck, and we just got out of there. As soon as we probably was a good 100 feet, um, I had a slam on the brakes. She opened up and she started throwing up. And
I never knew that other half of that.
and we went ahead and we went back um, to the trailer where we were posted. And immediately she went into the back room, and I left her alone because I didn't want to do anything that I shouldn't have been doing. And I figured give her some space of what just happened. I'm figuring she's trying to collect herself. And she comes back out, and she's been crying. And I was like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything at all." She goes, "I remember being there. I remember giving her my necklace, and we was doing this." She goes, "Other than that," she goes, "it's blank. I don't remember how we got back. I I feel like I just lost everything." And she's like, "I've been trying to think and think, what was going on." And she's like, "I feel like I got hit by a freaking truck." She's like, "Every time I think about it," she goes, "my head pounds because I can't remember it." And it was insane. But like I said, that was probably the two scariest experiences. Even if it wasn't directly me experiencing it, but seeing the experience, it can be dangerous out there, and unexpected things will occur, and it's just you have to do what you can while it's happening. Um, Now you don't have to
On
ask.
that,
You
let
don't have to
me
say
let
that.
me also add to that question.
Oh, shit, man.
If you'll remember, the Oh, what creek? The cemetery. Cobb Creek. Cobb Creek. The next day, the knee that I was bending down on, looking at the ground. Remember that next day there was a bruise like the size of a quarter on my knee that was black.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I forgot all about that.
Like, and I felt nothing. Like I got down in the shorts and realized, oh, where did that come from? I don't remember hitting my knee, and the size of the bruise, and then how black it was. Like I would have had to have hit something really freaking hard.
And the thing is
And
that it would have. And the thing is, it would have been on camera if you hit your knee on a
yeah,
headstone or
and
something.
that was literally just the next
Nothing.
morning that we left. We went home. We went to your place, slept, woke up, boom, there it was.
Yeah, that was insane. For being touched, yes, I actually have a video. It's called the Bannon Service Road. And if that was actually on highlight part one, I believe that was the first video. Um, it's actually was a abandoned train station that we believe. We tried to find out all the information about it. GC, it is here in Greenup. Literally, it's by 23. One of these days, I can show you where it's at. But it's a pretty good walk, though it's back in the woods. But we was doing, and we were just doing a video. Someone actually, uh, I think someone told us about it. I don't remember exactly how we found out. And we went back there, and we was doing our investigation and our spirit box, and this one spot that had like a half a building, and I was getting this sensation that there was something there, and I was like, you know what? It's like, let's do a spirit box here, and we did, and the EMF meter went off like crazy. Well, while I was doing the spirit box, it was they were angry, like they were so angry, and they were telling us to leave. They were cussing up a storm, cussing us out, everything, and we was just trying to get answers. And before you know it, in the video, I mean, you can see it. I mean, it's not edited, no nothing. I mean, it's just footage, raw footage. That while I'm talking, Nikki goes, "What's that on your neck?" And like, you can see me, I'm like, my neck, and she's like, "Turn around." And like, I'm literally trying to turn my body around because I'm like, something on me, on my back, something. She goes, "No, no, turn your head to the side." And I did. And literally, nope, this side, I had a R written right on the side of my neck that appeared out of nowhere. I didn't feel it. I had no idea how it got there. And she literally zooms up to it, and you can clearly make out the R. Don't know what it means or anything, but being touched, yes. But I even to this day, I don't know what it means. I don't know what a R on a spirit puts an R on you. I don't know if it's revenge, respect. I have no idea. Has been blown my mind ever since that day. And when someone brings up, about being scratched and a crazy experience, uh, that is one of my main ones that comes to my mind. And because the reason is because I can't explain it. I really don't. And I'm telling you, it was creepy. I never thought, I was wearing my protection. I didn't think they could touch me, and apparently they did, and I had no idea. See, Nikki, she's been scratched on her back multiple times, and it actually left like a print on her to where if she goes somewhere and say an evil spirit is around, her back literally burns, and like it notifies her that something is there that has no good intentions, and it always and it just I don't know, it just lets her know that you shouldn't be there. I have no clue what the R could be unless it's a clue from their name, and that's a possibility too. Um, I I can see that. Um, I mean, I don't think there was any names given through the spirit box. Is it possible that when we was asking, uh, you know, could that be a sign of help from a spirit, someone that couldn't talk, to us due to these other, spirits arguing and getting mad at us and leaving their mark, saying, "Hey, I'm right here. This is my name. We Can you help us?" That was a good way to put that, GC. I mean, it brings up so many different opinions about it. I really don't know what to say. I have 30 years and never had a letter on me, but other things I have from GC Paranormal. Justy put my ex boyfriend who passed pinches my booty snacks and pulls my hair. At least it's good intentions. He's not.
I've seen
At
that.
least he's not. At least he's not coming back haunting you and destroying anything or hurting you. Yes, as GC said while I was explaining that touch, you were in front of the camera the whole time too, and yes, I was. Snoopy, your screen just went all fuzzy, bro. Like literally,
Oh, it
your
might be a
your screen
line.
went all white static.
That's weird. It's clear on my side. Are we still good?
Yeah, you're back to normal now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was odd. You just went straight to like white noise, bro. It was just, and then you came back.
I don't know.
I've never seen that.
Uh, that's weird. I didn't even see it. I was looking at the chat about that time. Uh,
Yes, Subway.
yeah.
I tried to before I go to work.
Okay. Day 3 of
I've got an
Wait,
old experience with a family member that's passed too, but it's kind of sensitive, but it's one of those heartfelt things too. But yeah, I don't know if that's something I should like talk about on live, but Dad.
Sorry, the heater was turned on. I didn't know
Oh,
if it carried over or not.
do you have problems with that? Did you ever get it fixed?
But, it's not fixed yet. I'm waiting on the check. Supposedly, once the check gets here, then I can call them, let them know that I have it, and then they will come out and fix it. Um, I will.
Okay.
I will talk to the guy that's going to be installing it, and I'm going to tell him like, I know you're supposed to haul off my old unit, which also I guess that's part of the pay. And I will
Yeah.
tell him. Well, I will tell him. Well, I'm going to tell him. Should I say? I'm not going to even ask. I'm just going to tell him, be like, "Hey, I want the motor and the fan. You can take the rest." So that I'll put it in my garage and I'll be sitting here for you, sir.
That'll work, sir. I appreciate that. I
um,
need to be one, I need to be one of those blower fans.
um, let's see, paranormal. Um, Dude, I say also, I think one of my favorite ones, and I still laugh when I see the video, is the swinging bridge where I was literally 25 to maybe 50 feet away from all the electronics,
Oh, that
and
was
and it was
insane, dude.
and it was still going off like crazy, like it was speaking through me, like using
It,
my
yeah,
actual energy.
the only way to describe it was like you had the EMF meter on your chest and it was hitting like base red. And as the necrophonics was talking, the EMF was blinking to the beat of the words being spoken. Now, we've checked the EMF range of my JBL Extreme 2 speaker. It's like about 1.5 feet away where it breaks contact with the EMF meter.
Right,
He's
which
like
actually
20, 30
in
foot
the
away.
video you can in the video you can
And
tell that we are actually trying to debunk it at the same time.
yeah, yeah. And I don't quite remember what was being said, but I want to say, was that not when they was going off about Betty though? Like where they kind of got estranged? Estranged? I'd have to go back and
Yes,
watch it.
yes, that was it was either
Because
before or after.
I was
And
walking towards her with the dowsing rod, and then that happened, and you were like going the opposite way
right. Yeah, because
because
I believe that happened
the speaker was
before.
in between all of us, and
Yes,
like
it was.
and what was really weird was she wasn't even on the bridge. She was standing at the pylon, like where the ground was.
Yeah, but she did end up moving up.
Yeah, I mean later, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, as you guys, if you guys seen our videos, and I will admit that I've watched a lot of our subscribers' videos. I even check out people that I'm not subscribed just to check out their videos. And
Yeah.
yet I have not seen anyone do what I have done by putting in two camera angles at the same time. And the swinging bridge is definitely one of them. That is my camera angle and Slippy's camera angle at the same time so that you don't miss nothing. You get to see everything that's going on from two different viewpoints at the same time. Same place, same time, all of it. And we did try to debunk it. And I would say I wear my protection all the time. I wear my ring all the time. Uh, what I always wear is I always wear my necklace. Uh, I don't wear nothing else underneath. So it's not like I had metal or anything that's going to make that EMF go off like that, like crazy. It's like I said, it's just my body, my necklace, and that's it. And it seemed like no matter if I walked all the way at the end of that bridge, that EMF meter was going to go off every time. I mean, I've never seen an EMF meter that can basically react at the same point of the necrophonics going off when a spirit's talking at a 50-foot plus distance with no electric, no source of energy besides your own energy that you create with your own body. Uh, I think that was one of the greatest experience that I have had in a collab down in Arkansas.
All right, you'll have to forgive me. I missed that last part.
Oh, you're
What
good.
was that?
I was just explaining that like my protection that I wear, and in that video, I'm wearing my ring like I always do,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
I showed him my necklace, and I don't wear nothing else underneath that would cause that EMF meter to read like that because there's
Oh
no other energy bouncing off besides my own energy that only I can create.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
of
That
course I was
was,
talking about the camera angles that I do for both cameras where
I'm sorry, guys. I'm like starving here.
From where, when I make the video, I put both mine and your angle at the same time where no one misses it.
Yeah.
Next, you get the whole viewpoint. Um,
See, that's the problem with the Fort Smith video. I really think I'm just gonna have to get that to you, dude. Because
I need to teach you how to do it.
I am pressed for time on getting that done. We did Fort Smith, the hanging judge. We didn't get to go inside, but we did kind of outside walk around. Didn't get to go through the gallows, but we had some weird stuff happening that night. Cameras getting shut off for no reason. Mics getting shut off for no reason.
Dude, that's still crazy that we was recording and your camera went straight to picture mode. Like, like how does that happen when we're recording?
And the way I'm holding the camera on the tripod, I'm not touching the camera at all.
Okay. And I saw and when I think about the Fort Smith and the things that we missed, basically not what we missed, but what wasn't captured. I wish that I would have just kept my camera rolling. My camera, for some odd reason, has a tendency of battery drainage. So, like, I do turn my camera off to save battery, or it instantly gets drained. I have found that it is like I kind of timed it to I know how long it should last, and there is times when I know it's a spirit that's reacting to it because it's draining a lot quicker than it normally does, and I got 2 batteries for it, but it's not that great. So even I don't think I showed it on the Swinging Bridge video, but I have 2 battery packs that I do plug my camera into when it gets low so that it will keep recording. And even that sometimes don't help. And I'm not saying that it doesn't help due to because the battery pack can't keep up with it was charging it. No, that's because the spirits are draining that at the same time that it zeroes it. So again, there's multiple ways that I know when they're actually messing with the camera. We have lost footage, especially on the Fort Smith. We went there mainly for the hanging gallows, and we lost footage on that, which was crazy because it was great. It was probably one of the best parts of that video, and when we got back, it was gone, like we never did it. And my camera, I was facing out away from the gallows because what we was told, well, pretty much what we read up is that around there a woman in white walks around. So while Snoopy's camera is focused on us doing our spirit box session, I had mine pointing out the other direction to catch anything else outside around it. So sadly, or things just the video clip just disappeared. We just don't have it now. I didn't realize it till we got back to Snoopy's house that somehow I did end up getting a blood stain on my shirt. Again, we are.
I have no idea where that came from.
Yeah, the only conclusion to debunk that is that, and I would say it's the craziest freaking thing that we've had probably ever interfered with being in Arkansas was the mosquitoes. Like, I know mosquitoes because if you live in Kentucky, mosquitoes is everywhere. Man, I'm telling you, it was like an infestation of freaking mosquitoes there. So I kind of thinking maybe, without realizing it, that I'm scratching myself and I probably smashed a few mosquitoes. But here's a image of it. So
See,
I
to me,
mean,
that's too big for a mosquito. I mean, I know if you let one sit there and drink on you and then you squash it, I know it's, it can leave a bad little spot, but I don't know. I apologize, guys. Like, I have not ate this morning. I am starving. I'm trying to do too much in too little time.
it's all right. Um, they have been known to change EVP or video. You got a word, but it's either gone or changed when you analyze it. Yes. When I first started, um, I was getting footage missing footages, and now more what I get now is that my SD card will get corrupted and reformat itself. Um, is that a camera issue? I don't know. It does happen, especially when I get low on battery. I tell whoever is recording, if I'm not holding the camera, I'm like, once it gets down to like the last bar, turn it off, because I feel like that's been saving me from getting my SD card getting corrupted and reformatted. Because again, I don't know if it's an actual camera issue or if it's them messing with it. So on the safe side, I'd rather just turn off my camera at one bar. And most of the time, it used to be when it first started that if it says, corrupted, SD card reformatted, I could turn it off, wait a good 5-10 minutes, turn on my camera, and my footage will be there. Well, after a couple of times, it was actually corrupted. I could never retrieve it and save it no more. So that's what I do now. I am thinking about buying another camera just because, uh, for really that reason, and to see if another camera that if I get, the battery will last longer and I don't have to worry about it. But again, it's a hit and miss, be a trial thing to see. I'm sure I'll be using all three cameras. Uh, the one that I have now, if I buy the new one, and then you guys know what GoPro is. Snoopy uses a GoPro. Well, I have one that's identical to a GoPro, but it's called Dragon Touch. It's totally similar to a GoPro, and but its cost is cheaper. And I haven't had any issues with the Dragon Touch. Like I said, it's the same thing. You can link it up to your phone, and you do anything you want with it. The only bad thing is that, of course, no light comes with it, but it comes with all the accessories, just like a GoPro does. So you can put it to your cap, handlebars, whatever you want. And I use the accessory, and I made myself a gadget to attach my Dragon Touch, and the parts that I use actually goes around a flashlight, so that I have a light for the Dragon Touch. Um, but I mean, you got to improvise.
Awesome.
Anyone else have any questions they like to ask? I'm trying to
I'd like
think.
to ask. I'd like to ask some of our other paranormal investigators. Have you guys ever used a Jacob's ladder in? Have you guys ever used a Jacob's ladder in your investigations?
I was actually on a live on TikTok that I actually followed, and I actually mentioned that. And did you know that most people don't know what a Jacob's ladder is?
I guess I'm too old then.
Greenup County Paranormal says, yes, we have.
Okay.
Do you do
But
But but I can also say this. This is what I mentioned. I said, "Have you?" I asked him in the live. I was like, "What do you guys think, or have you ever used of a PMB?"
A what?
A PMB. PMB is paranormal music box.
Okay. You're
Okay.
okay. You-
So they read it.
we gotta cut down the acronyms, man.
So okay, the music box. As you guys know, if you watch our videos, ever since I got the music box, I think my first video ever using it was the water park, and I've had success with it, and I use the music box a lot in our videos, and I am going to get another gadget to use. Hopefully by next month or January, I will be purchasing another one. Have you used my phone for music but not PNB? I actually have heard. Apparently, there's an app. Um, it's like I don't know. I don't know much details about it. When I asked about the music box, they were like, "Oh, the app. We don't use the app." And I was like, "App? There's a music box app? I don't know. I've
Yeah,
never
that's a
heard
new
of
one.
it." And I ended up commenting back, and I said, "No." I was like, "A gadget. It's an actual gadget." And they didn't know what I was talking about or anything. Well, one of the guys actually was like, "Wait a minute! It plays music, looks like a coffin, and it triggers like it has a sensor." And I put, yeah, similar, because now I have seen that people have designed it different ways. I have been online for music box just to see what else is out there, and there is an actual music box shaped as a coffin, which I think is pretty cool. But I'm going to stick with my music box. The
You're
original,
creepy, dude.
yeah.
Uh,
And
so
the
it's
thing is by that time I was looking up music box before I purchased mine, and there was only one music box available, and it was awesome looking. It would look like a legit music box, the old antique, and yes, he does. Green Up uh, County. I actually
oh
have that
god.
same one. Because of them, that's why I kept searching. But the original music box though is $1,000 for it,
Oh man.
right? And I was like, "Holy crap!" So when I seen that CJ used one, and I was like, "Man, I wonder where he got that from," because that had to be cheaper than the original. And it took me probably a couple of days, and I finally found it. And I think it was I think it cost me almost about $400 for that music box. It was pretty expensive. I mean, it was better than a grand, but still, it was pretty expensive when I finally found it, and I'm actually surprised that I got it. Um, yeah, he is, but we're not going to get into that.
What?
So
Um,
many, so many YouTubers that I've watched, and there's so many names I can mention that I can just label fake. Uh, they're they're funny. All these people are funny. I like the places that they go. They are creepy and stuff, but not the real deal. Sorry, just not. Uh, Too many red flags on a lot of stuff. But anyways,
oh no. Okay, there you go. The one that irritates me is people faking the dowsing rods. Like when you can see their hand moving, that irritates me.
well, and I actually seen one the other day, and it was freaking hilarious because his name's a knockoff of another famous YouTuber, and they're in here. investigating an abandoned house, and the first probably like the first 5 maybe 10 minutes, someone that tells you we're alone, there's no one in this house but us, and they constantly repeat that over and over, and then next thing you know, something happens. Yeah, sorry. Like too many red flags. Like there's so many things. But being an actual experienced paranormal, you start realizing a lot. And I'm sure GC having 30 years experience, I'm sure you've probably seen so many channels out there, and you're like, yeah, no, that doesn't happen. That's fake. Yep, I see. I can see this one coming. Like I guarantee you can do that in a heartbeat. I love to have 30 years experience. That would be fantastic. Sadly, I definitely don't. But hey, every investigation is a new experience, and I'm sure even with 30 years, every investigation is a new experience. Maybe you've been here since the beginning of our life. You've probably heard and learned of new experiences that you have not encountered, and we were able to explain in some type of detail of how it went for us. And we love to share our experiences. I know I still learn from different YouTubers, especially the ones I still follow that I know is real, and they do a legitimate or as close as legitimate that they can do, but again, not faking it. I still learn from that, and it's one of the things that, yeah, more answers we get leaves more questions. Yes, I agree. Um, But I mean, every investigation, I mean, it's not going to always be the same. Um, there's times you won't get any. I have footage that I have posted, and like the multi-name tower, we didn't get anything active. Uh, sort of. It wasn't caught on camera. There is a part that me and Snoopy, we swore we heard something, which was of course out of camera, and you see us walking towards it, and but there's still plenty of footage that I will post, even if there isn't nothing. It's good to see, some videos out there that people's like, hey, here's an abandoned place. This is what it looks like. Some people tell the history. We try to. Sometimes we don't remember to tell the history. Um, we do what we can, but we give you the footage, such as Snoopy said, the ghost town. Earlier, I said I think we would get activity at nighttime more than daytime, but still, we shared that video to show you guys. There is a ghost town in Arkansas.
Yeah.
It's
And
it's
you don't always get activity everywhere you go. That's the depressing part of it.
GC Paranormal. Thank you for joining. I hope you have a good day as well, and stay safe. And welcome, message me anytime. And if you don't mind, keep me updated on that situation with the school for me, and I would highly appreciate it. Shoot, if you do the same location more than 3 times, you get different things every time.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, very, very true.
And see, that's why I like the maintenance tunnel, because it was legit interaction. Like,
Yes. Like
yeah.
like he was actually getting, well, you was actually having a conversation with the
Yeah.
spirit,
Yeah.
and actually getting answered back in their own voice. And honestly, that's one of the main reasons why I made that tunnel playlist, was because out of any other playlist, I don't have one. And then Snoopy's like, I need to do, a playlist of, my videos, which I'm perfectly fine with that because it gives the chance to show my side and his side, even though we're one big channel, but we're also showing, two different states is why he did
Just
that.
read all of it.
But that tunnel playlist that is on the channel is what I figured to myself is probably the best evidence ever that you
What
get
is
a
that?
live AVP or EVP, whatever you want to call it, and actually get, you know, a conversation, actual a reply back
That's if they have to
by
quarantine
them.
it. I'll double check it on my phone, but I think it's just a courtesy memo. It's not
What are they made?
quarantine time. 5, 7, and 10 days. Anyway, I was attempting to put my TikTok tag in the comments, but I don't know how.
Copy and paste. I have a Nightbot, but
Hope I understood.
it's supposed to actually have my Twitter account going, but for some odd reason it's not. It's enabled, but I don't understand why it's not. Okay, we'll go with that every 5 minutes.
So I can't paste it in the comments. There. I think I can do it.
I
this way.
can. Oh, you're on your phone. I forgot. There.
I can do private chat.
Um, I mean, you can put in TikTok and then the name of your TikTok, or if you want, I'll just show your TikTok on camera.
I sent it to you in private chat. I don't know if everybody else can see it or not, but
No, not
I
in
was just trying
private.
to throw that out there. I don't have too many paranormal on it. I've got more.
Okay, I got a question for you. You sure? Before I do this, do you sure that you want them to know?
What?
Look at your private chat.
Oh, well, I mean, it's my TikTok name anyway, so that's all good.
I'm just saying. I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Before I do it.
how is YouTube any different than TikTok?
Because no one knows my last name and rarely knows my first name.
Oh, well, it's social media, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
I mean, if you're on Facebook, I mean,
My Facebook is KYG Adventures, bro.
it'd be all right, I guess.
All Well, there it is. Of course, Kentucky Ghost Adventures is, of course, the same thing at KYG. I have to actually look that up. I don't know if I put the whole thing or if it's KYG. Come on. Why my phone's lagging out?
Oh, I really want to do that sanatorium investigation.
Dude, I do too, and I want to be down there to do it with you. I also want to do this school, and I really hope that he does get to help me get into it to do investigation.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to take the Jacob's ladder down to the swinging bridge.
Yes.
But I need to cut short. I got some kiddo situation going on.
Oh, you're good. I was going to wait like 20 more minutes, hit 2 hours, but I gotta get ready for work and stuff anyways myself.
Well, thanks for everybody joining. Thanks for the questions.
Yeah, I hope everyone liked this stream. I hope anything that we said helps you in a future investigation, what you can be looking forward to, and I hope our experiences.
I had one other question. Was it? I'm about to check now.
Oh, now there's my Twitter account.
Is it? I'm guessing it's Greenup County Paranormal that's used the Jacob's ladder. Have y'all had any good reactions on your Jacob's ladder?
That's a good question, but he is not here no more.
Oh,
yeah, he left.
Okay, all right. I guess I'm out then.
All right, so well, appreciate everyone that has joined in, has asked the questions. Anyone else later that watches this, you have any more questions, comment below and we'll answer them as soon as we get them. You can ask either one of us. Snoopy has access to the channel too, so he can reply. I'll get the notification first, of course, and then if it's to him, I will send him a message, and he can reply either back with my channel or he will reply with his YouTube channel. Either way, it will get answered. So just leave a comment with anything that you want to ask us. I appreciate everyone being here. Hope everyone have a good day. And like I said, I hope the experience and what we have talked about today sums up most of our YouTube channel, how we are a collab channel. It's like I said, it's not two different channels. It's just one whole channel, just two different areas, two different states. So hope that clarifies with everyone. And I hope everyone have a good day, evening, morning, night, whatever time it is that you're in by the time you watch this. Snoopy, you have anything else you want to add?
No. Just don't forget to pin this to the top of the page.
Yeah. I got you. We're good.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed everything, and we'll catch you on the next video. Later.
Peace.